it done.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't have to sign it to Twitch on my phone.
What like wild, crazy route were you taking?
Signed it to Twitch on my phone and then reposted it in the Twitch chats, and then ignore me.
You're doing a great job, Sal.
Yes,
you're doing a great job. You got a lot on your plate. You got a blanket on your couch with like 3 throw pillows, which is one too many,
I like those
in
throw
my
pillows.
Opinion.
I think. Isn't
But,
there like little circular ones underneath them?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought those were
5.
I thought those were arms.
The throw pillow game has to be recognized.
Game recognized game.
We're never gonna start the show. It's like 9:30.
It's fine. It'll be fine. We're waiting on you and your parents, Sal. That's all.
No, I'm done.
Cool.
They have been texted.
All right. Let's switch to this screen. Delete all that. Restart a new recording, and we shall go live now. In 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 171 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast all about the Convert to Raid guild on Airy Peak, US. Sal, what's the audience got to look forward to this week?
In this episode, we have more and more great stuff coming out on the alpha. Your converted shoutouts, CTR raid progression, and DesMephisto joins us live.
That is right. I am Barfolomew the Paladin. Joining us this evening, the fastest warrior in Azeroth, DesMephisto. Des, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I couldn't be better. How about you, Sal? With us tonight, one Ms. Salmises the Shaman. Salmises the Shaman, please tell us what you have been doing at Salmises the Shaman.
Thank you very much, Barfolomew the Paladin. I'm going to do a show and tell. First of all, first show and tell is I've got my Convert to Raid t-shirt on, along with my Convert to Raid shot glass. And I'm going to go ahead and take care of this shot glass right now.
I'll drink.
There we go. Oh,
L'chaim.
Nice. That's L'chaim. The second thing I want to show and tell. Oh, that was Tito's, which is supposed to take care of COVID.
That's true.
This, my friends,
Ooh, looks like you got a leak in your apartment.
is a leak.
Beat you to it, Fraz! Pun King! Get on my level!
I, on Instacart, accidentally got like 8 of these in last week instead of spring onions. That's a long story, but it was solidly my fault. Let's just put that out there. And I'm like 8 giant stalks. This is bigger in my head. 8 giant stalks of leeks. What do you do with them?
You've got a leakage.
Yeah, well, I posted on Twitter yesterday that I was going to spend the day figuring out what to do with leeks, and I did. I spent all day long cooking leeks in various ways, and that Twitter thread has more more impressions than basically anything I've done in 2020. So there you go. People really liked my leak coverage, and so far you'll be not surprised to know that my favorite way of preparing a leek so far have been sautéing in butter, which is basically my favorite way of eating anything. I have one more.
It's okay, though, because vegetables are healthy.
Right.
That's fine.
With a stick of butter.
I dig it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Brussels sprouts with butter at Red Lobster.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Don't forget bacon. They need bacon.
Oh,
Unless-
bacon. Bacon would have
Gotta have your protein with your veggies.
Unless my dad makes the
Absolutely.
Brussels sprouts. Because my dad deep fries the Brussels sprouts. We got to go to my dad's house and have the deep fried Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts. Deep
Dude.
fry them. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, they're so good, man. Oh, they crunchy.
Oh.
Yes.
Tell me more
Speaking
about
my
your
language.
vegetables.
Second of all, I got something in the mail today. I don't know. Look at this.
Oh, I like it.
It is a hand-sewn pleated mask for when I walk down the street. It's got a little wire at the top here for your nose. Oh, it's double-sided. It's lavender on one side and blue on the other.
It's reversible.
Nice.
Like my raincoat.
Also, I got like a more substantial mask.
So when you
for your grunge period.
ties.
Yeah, this is very grunge.
This is.
Oh, no.
I call it my post-goth aesthetic.
I was thinking it's when you're dating lumberjacks.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're gonna hang
It
out
is
with your Ben Broads and your lumberjack.
Back cranes.
Yeah. Well, so there's just pockets, and you can put like different filters and stuff in there. This is Showing Machine Showed. Also, so a stranger sent these to me because a friend of mine in Canada who makes these masks, and she sends them out, wanted to send me some masks because I live in New York City and like they're hard to come by, right? And I don't have a sewing machine, and I don't know how to use one, and all that. So she went on to her Facebook sewing group and said, "Hey, my friend in Brooklyn needs some masks. Can someone send her one?" And this random person in Arizona said, "Yeah, I'll send your friend a mask." She sent me two like handmade masks.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy? But here's the other thing. I don't know, maybe my friend mentioned down the street at this bodega, they're selling these little like surgical masks, that they're pennies each. They're selling them for $4 each. And I've been buying them. You can't really wear them more than once. They fall apart anyway. She's also sent me a big pack. It's like 50 of these.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I've
When you first picked that up, that looked really big. I thought that was a pack of diapers. That's big.
That's what I thought
That's a
too.
lot.
100% what I thought.
Yeah, she sent me diapers too, just in case.
It all depends
sometimes-
on perspective.
Listen,
That's
if it's
one
an
way to filter
emergency
this shit
and
out.
the plumbing breaks, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, you've got leakage in your house.
Got to take care of the leaks.
You know what
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stand outside that bodega, the one that's selling it for $4 each, and just hand them out.
Do you have a permit? New York's very big about permits.
Permits.
Oh, also, don't go outside because you could die.
Oh, that's right. Well, now I can.
Well, yeah, you're covered head to toe in masks.
To do temporary things, I still gotta, stay inside. But if I run out of potatoes, maybe I will go to the grocery store now. I need to go to the post office this week, and I've been dreading that.
Which is why you should use stamps.com and
$10 off your first order. Anyway, I have taken up way too much time to show you all my stuff.
Well, then let's switch over to Frasley. Frasley, Mr. Frasley the Warrior. Talk to me, man.
Well, Frasley the Warrior has recently become Thalrum the Dwarf Priest. So I had
a priest.
I'm loving it, and I'm finally holy. I had this priest that I rated in Molten Core in vanilla, and I had never leveled it. I was like, it's the perfect time to do it. So now I've been going in, healing people, and the only time the groups died has not been my fault. It's when they pull too much. I've been on top of the heals. But I've also been taking a priest into Alpha. And over in Torghast, oh wow, Torghast is amazing. It's like one area was like a spider lair. So Lucas, you don't want to go into the spider lair, but it's all randomized what you get. The second time I went into Torghast,
Sal built it.
Oh, Sal built. And in Torghast, there is these spells that you get the anima, or as a DesMephisto saying, the anime spells. I love that name, anime.
It works, right?
Yeah, well, it does. It really does, because like, can you imagine?
Who doesn't want anime powers?
I know, because like you get amazing powers, and like I'm going through and I'm all like powerful. One of the best powers is you will get a bloated fodder. It sounds horrible, but all around the thing there are these Marats, and you think, okay, they're small enemies. If you get enough of this bloated fodder, then you go up to these elites.
You start to being able to see sailboats.
I still can't see those damn things.
I can't either. I can't either.
It's not a schooner, it's a sailboat.
So whenever you have the elites, you get one of the Marats, and I've heard Kevin Smith's doing a sequel soon. And you will kill the Marat. The elites explode. I had one Marat, and like 3 elites all just died instantly. It is the best spell and ability in Shadowlands. The personal Marat bombs, they are the best.
Stop. I got it. What?
I'm pretty sure he's saying
Marat bombs?
I'm pretty sure he's saying maw.
Rat. MAW.
All I hear is mall rats, though. Really,
Yeah.
that's all I
That
hear.
has to be the joke, though, right? Blizzard did that on
like,
purpose.
I know they're called mall
It has to
rats,
be.
but
Yeah, well, and in Shadowlands, we are called Maw Walkers. So now, everybody, every morning in Shadowlands, before we do our dailies, we're all going to the Maw, and we're going to do some Maw walking before the food court opens for breakfast.
you know, this anime power is the best simply because mall rats was the bomb.
Just like Affleck and Phantoms. It's true. Yep. It's true. That's what it is. This is great.
I'm very proud of what just happened in the chat room, by the way. Audio listeners, you lost out. And Draven Dresden
Also lost out.
also lost out.
He's only half
and
paying
has been
attention.
put in his place.
Well,
finally.
And Draven, I was subtly doing it. I was opening the door for somebody. I wasn't just going to give somebody melties because you know you don't just give someone the pun straight up. You got to be relentless with your subtlety.
And in Barf.
If you're not
Not that ball.
winking, does it work?
Okay.
So Barf, what have you been up to?
Well, I mean, you were saying that you were playing a priest. You put any levels into that thing? What are you doing on the priest there?
I'm up to 90. I just hit 90 last night because I went in with a bunch of my friends and we've been leveling up. And it's nice when you're in a group that doesn't get mad at you if you don't heal them fast enough.
I'm so
I
into
thought you
leveling.
said it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was their
Always
fault.
The healer's fault.
Yes.
I'm so into leveling right now. It's been really nice.
Is that indigestion or tears?
It's a little of both. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of have to. I'm suppressing a burp. I finished leveling my Death Knight. I finished leveling my Demon Hunter. I'm in the process of leveling a Priest. But here's the thing. I don't believe in being a caster. Healer, I get it. But like being a caster and killing things, it's kind of really not my thing. So I'm just doing the dungeons thing on the Priest, which stinks because I'm level 113. And guess what happens when you do a dungeon in Battle for Azeroth? You don't get quests. You stay in the same dungeons for like the whole time, and it's like the experience there isn't great. You're supposed to quest or like do islands or something. You're supposed to like not just grind dungeons.
Shadow form, it's so amazing. That shadow word pain and that shadow word death.
You can't
when the enemies.
You can't heal in shadow form, dude.
No, but
it's the whole bag.
When you're soloing, you don't need to heal.
He doesn't cast though.
He
doesn't want to be shadow word sad.
Shadow's such a
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be. It's not for me. It's not the life I lead. It's not it.
Okay.
It's not for me. Put like 30 levels into a new paladin recently. Rolled up a light forged. Been grinding the tanking on the dungeons on the light forged, which that's been really easy. Like leveling dungeons low level, super great because every time you queue in, it's a new dungeon. There's like 4 quests right there at the door waiting for you to finish them. Give me all the experience. Made sure that my transmog left me shirtless, like you're supposed to be on a Draenei, with all those various
like
tattoos
Shatner.
and things. Yeah, oh, and don't get me wrong, man. If I could, I'd be Kirk rolling, but I can't because I'm a paladin. Only monks can do that. But it's still fun. And I would like to announce that I have defeated Ny'alotha on the hardest difficulty.
LFR?
LFR, you're darn right. Yes.
I'm impressed.
Paying
I'm
attention. My man's up
I'm
here
impressed.
knowing
I'm
what's
not
up. Nailed it.
I think Mythic N'Zoth would probably be easier by this point.
I mean, seeing this group that I was in this afternoon, let's just say I was happy that it was a Tuesday. Oh, it's a Monday. Nope, that's why it was so hard. Okay, that makes more sense.
That's why it was hard.
That's why it was tough.
Noob.
Yeah, straight noobin. But it was a good time, though. Man, that dungeon's neat looking. I will admit that it was actually the first time I've been in there. I haven't been doing a lot of raiding recently, but man, they got some cool looks in that dungeon. That's all I got to say. You know what, though? The whole leveling business, like, oh, yeah, it's kind of slow in Battle for Azeroth. It's a lot faster in low levels. If I felt like I had to ask somebody about fast leveling, I feel like the person I would turn to would be my boy DesMephisto. As previously mentioned, we do have somebody who's doing some really great work just kind of all over Azeroth and beyond. I'm really looking forward to starting this interview, so I'm going to stop vamping. Des, how you doing tonight?
A bit tired from the 36-hour marathon, which, one of the things
I wasn't talking for that long, man. Come on.
Well, one of the things when you do a marathon, it's like everyone's always like, oh, I bet you get to sleep so well. It's like my brain literally broke. I just could not sleep. I took a hot shower, I laid down in bed, and it's like my brain just, I don't know about you guys, but when I sleep, I visualize stuff, like I daydream, and it makes it really easy to go to sleep. I just saw blackness. Just like, there was nothing left. Oh, it was brutal. I think I got maybe 6 hours of sleep before I woke up again, and I couldn't go back to sleep.
You know what? We were going to ask about this, but let's just jump into it. Let's just jump in right at the start, man. Tell us. Our audience doesn't know what you just did. You did like a big marathon for something. You did it for a reason. And could you tell us, what that marathon was, what you did, and why you did it?
So I do an annual charity event for Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, which I think can be seen down here somewhere. And one of the things we did was the Guinness Book of World Records. It's 32 hours and 26 minutes, I think, was the current record, which, I mean, when you hear that, it's like, oh, I could do that. I could totally do that.
32 hours.
That's the longest someone's played WoW. Oh, I've done that before, and it got me thinking. It's like, why don't we do the charity event and use this as a tool to get more eyes on the charity, to really advertise Autistic Self-Advocacy Network? Because, I mean, let's face it, people love this crazy shit. They love crazy things. It's incredible. And so went for this, and yeah, we had a 36-hour marathon. I think at hour 31, WoW had made a post about us, and we got bombarded. And yeah, I literally had so many follows. I had to mute everything because I couldn't even think.
Oh wow!
It was insane, and I think my favorite part of that night was having all these people watching me, and I couldn't do something as simple as Siege of Orgrimmar. I was trying to do a guy, I can't remember the name. I'm going to call him Zach Galifianakis because it's the long G word.
Yes.
The dragon thing.
The dragon one, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just picturing the dragon with the beard. But yeah, trying to do that, and I keep failing because I'm so tired. I can't think. It's like, wait, no, I need to stand here and wait for the mobs to spawn so they don't kill the goblins. I would kill it, then I would run back, and then they would die, and then I'd have to run back there, wait, they die, run back. It was horrible.
I want to back up just a sec, because I feel like I worry that we sort of glossed over it. Did you just tell us that you broke a world record in the name of charity?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously.
Wait.
He said something about Guinness World Record was 32 hours and that it was a 36-hour show. That sounds like a broken world record.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal. I just worry that we sort of wandered past it.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, like, the current world record for longest gaming marathon's like 132 hours.
But they weren't playing the game that we all love. They weren't playing World of Warcraft on that one.
True.
Still seems like a big
Okay.
deal.
So
Sorry.
it's a the record. What we're talking about is how long what one plays on stream.
Yes, for a specific game. So the current world record for World of Warcraft was specifically 32 hours and 26 minutes,
Okay.
which
Okay.
we did 36 hours and 5 minutes.
And who's we?
I say we, but I mean like the community, everyone who's gotten me here, that helped me throughout the night, that kept me company. I don't like using the term I, as I feel like it discredits a lot of the people who help build everything and kind of keep you going.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Twitch is you build that connection with the audience, that they're rooting for you, and that everyone feels like they all were part of the victory, and that's what makes Twitch fun.
Yeah, they were. I mean,
Yeah.
at a certain point as you're doing this, you like if you're doing this solo, there are going to be points where you're like, you know what, I should just give up. I'm tired. This isn't worth it. I mean, of course it's worth it. It's for charity, but like having extra people there supporting you and cheering you on, it pushes you in a way that very much it is very much so we.
Yeah. It's almost like I know Barf's a huge Zelda fan, and so are you, and that I used to love watching my sister play through A Link to the Past. I beat A Link to the Past while watching my sister, and I feel like I beat the game. I never beat it myself, but I beat it through her, and that's and everyone beat the record with you, and like that's cool. I as soon as I saw the news of Wildhead, I was cheering, and I think I was cheering on my stream because I was like, he beat it, he beat it.
Yes, it's very exciting. The only reason I underplay it is because I worry about the negativity it brings. And so I acknowledge that it might not be the longest time, but I'm happy that we were able to do this in the name of a charity,
Yeah.
right? Like, not every time that you get to do something like this, most of the time people do it for themselves. And I'm so happy that we were able to do this to shine a light on a good cause.
So let's take a second and take a look at that cause. Like, tell us about it.
So, for those of you who don't know, I have autism. I was diagnosed at 29 after graduating. Well, it took a long time because there's not a lot of good criteria for diagnosing autism in adults. Not to mention just getting that diagnostic for adults is really hard because you're looked down negatively upon taking resources from children with autism. It's a huge mess with adults and disabilities and trying to get that help. If you made it to adulthood, you don't really need the help to begin with. It's not true, but that's how it's seen, which is very frustrating. When I got diagnosed, I realized like all these pitfalls, all the trouble that I had to go through to just get my diagnosis, which has helped me a lot in understanding myself, how to interact, and how to help myself. So I wanted to start my own charity after that because I couldn't find any charities that were focused on helping adults. And as I went through this whole process, I found Autistic Self Advocacy Network. And with the help of some amazing people in our community, specifically a Phoenix and our WoW, Raider.io, those two organizations really allowed me a platform to be able to start doing this. And we've been raising money for Autistic Self Advocacy Network. They're an organization of autistic individuals who fight for those of us with autism, but they don't just fight for those of us with autism. They also fight for all disabilities, which I think is incredible. And I feel very lucky to be able to be in this position to, well, not only advocate for them, but to champion that cause.
I'm really happy you're here, still talking about it. Tell me, when did this? Well, tell us. Sorry, when did this marathon happen?
The marathon happened, I believe it was Thursday. I don't know. The days blend together because 36 hours, but I think it was a Thursday.
Gosh, I think days are just blended together anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. The isolation doesn't help. Yeah, the 23rd.
The 23rd, and this was the second year in a row that you've done this.
Oh no, not the marathon part, but
okay.
The marathon itself was the 23rd. I don't think I could. Maybe. What do we do next year? Go for 40 hours? Oh
Yes!
God, please no.
I say do it.
Now, the real question here is, how did Bowser react to your marathon?
He was very upset. He kept coming to the door, staring at me like, "Daddy, where are my pets? Daddy, where are you? Where are my couch cuddles? What? Daddy, why are you in the room all the time?" He was very sad.
You're a good boy. You're very good boy is behind you, totally knowing that you're using your Bowser voice and nodding his head like, "You're talking to me? You talking to me? What?
Yes.
I want the couch cuddles."
He's doing your head tilt. He's sitting in the chair.
And I think one question as I sip my root beer that I have to ask is, how do you take breaks on a 36-hour stream?
So the cool thing with the marathons, which does make this kind of easier, and if I was to do a 40 or 50-hour stream, for every hour you get 10 minutes of break.
Okay, good.
So if you do, say, if you stream nonstop for 24 hours, you get 240 minutes, and you can use those 240 minutes to sleep. That's really, really hard to do. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I can't just fall asleep on a whim.
No.
So I would probably lose like 2 hours just trying to fall asleep, and then I'd get to sleep for like maybe 4 hours. But that's one of the things you can do to prolong the marathon.
Okay, so we're not talking about empty Mountain Dew bottles at your feet.
Yeah, cause I'm thinking like I have to go to the bathroom after like an hour or two. I mean, my stream knows when I have to go.
I have to go to the bathroom now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I wish. I'm not sure if this is too much information, but I wish I could. Right, like, because each time you get up to the bathroom, you're losing break time, and finding a way to like introduce exercise and everything without taking the break would be ideal, because the more break time you have, the more time you have to sleep. If you're like going further and further.
I'm remembering the old pure ownage, or people would always call it pure ponage, where like he got the like he got addicted to WoW, and he's like, "Kyle, this is the best game ever, Kyle." Somebody else is gonna get this reference. Yes, he got
it. Kyle.
So when did the idea to start these charity events? When did it percolate?
So I had always wanted to do something related with charity, and I didn't really know how to go about it. And when I started doing World of Warriors, like I had made a post about the World of Warriors stuff, and it got a lot of traction, and I started getting some attention on Twitch. I thought, it's like, you know what, this is a really good opportunity to do good. We're getting a lot of eyes. There seems to be a lot of popularity here. How can I use this to help people? And that's when I was like, well, I see other people doing charity stuff online. What can I do there? And I reached out to the RWow mods. I reached out to A Phoenix, and that's pretty much how it ended up happening. We saw this opportunity. He saw my passion, and they helped me out, and we started building it.
Well, now you got to tell everyone what Road to Warriors is.
So World of Warriors was something that pretty much started in Warlords of Draenor. I'd always loved warriors. My third level 60 back in vanilla was a warrior, and as soon as I played that class, I just started making more warriors. I had various numbers between 40, 30, and 20, all just various levels alts, because I just loved them so much. In Warlords, I had this idea, what if I made a full realm of just warriors? And I never actually finished it until about Well, until now, really. But it wasn't until I made that post in Battle for Azeroth about 2 years ago, about maybe 18 months ago or so, and seeing people really like it, that made me just like, you know what, this is the time to finish it. You know, this is a great concept. I love the idea. Let's just get every possible race and gender combination of warrior, which there's 46 of.
That must be
Wow.
really tough now that Blizz is introducing new races left and right.
I would gladly pay like $25 for an extra 25 to 50 character spaces. Like I would be very happy to shovel money out to have more account space.
I
Because
mean,
that beats paying $15 a month.
a new account
Yeah.
is, oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. And then you also have to pay like $60 for the new game too, which
Yeah. Ends
And-
up being a lot.
And
I'd rather just pay for the character spaces. Just let me have 50 more character spaces for like $25. I'm good.
yeah, because I mean, I know a lot of people who do alts who would love that. I mean, I think I wouldn't mind an extra like 500 alts.
So do you have a specific route that you follow when you're leveling up your, you know, okay, well, I'm level 45, and that means I do X. But now that I'm level 90, I have to do Y. Like, do you follow a specific pattern?
It changes depending. So I have a couple of routes that I interchange depending. Things like having the 100% XP if I get a lot of treasure chests or rares, both of which give like a ton of XP. Treasure chests give a quest worth of XP, rares give half a quest worth of XP. And then if there's a lot of PvP going on in certain areas, I have some backup routes that it might be faster to go to. So I change it every now and then depending, but for the most part, I have a very set and specific route.
And with the routes, I know of one add-on that I've started using, and then as soon as I started using it, I was like, that I heard you are helping develop an add-on. So you've helped develop Azeroth Autopilot.
I didn't help develop it, although I will be playing a more titular. Oh god, it's easier to type this word than it is to say it. I'll be playing a more important role come alpha with a lot of the testing, but basically Zyrel is the maker of the add-on. I reached out to him because I had been writing a lot of leveling guides since I had some of the fastest times. And people were like, hey, is there any way that you can make an add-on like Azeroth Autopilot? And so I reached out to Zyrel and I was like, hey, I'm a speed leveler. I have these routes. Do you want to work together and do this? And so we worked together. I've tried routing with him, like actually putting the routes in, and it's a headache. Like I don't know how he does it. He got into the alpha, by the way, recently, so that's a big win for everyone.
Yeah.
Because that means I don't have to do as much work, which is also a big win for me. But, oh, go ahead.
And I have to say that the add-on really is amazing. Like I've been using it, not in the alpha, but I've been using it in retail, and it has really helped me get through things faster. Like the suggestion it has, like, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's what we try to aim through with the speed running, and that we want consistency. We want people to be able to, go from point A to point B in a logical point, the most efficient way, because questing for everyone isn't fun, right? As Bonus Level was saying, he prefers to do dungeons, just that dungeon aspect. And a lot of that is dungeons are kind of easier. There's less cognitive load from questing, and trying to figure out how to make questing less. I don't want to use the word harmful, but I feel like it is harmful to people. Making it easier for them to be able to experience that.
Yeah, because that was definitely one thing. Reading the WoW Diary, the WoW Dev Diary by John Stats, that WoW was originally going to be like a lot more grindy, and then they were finding some of their tests that the people wanted quests. And I think stuff like this helps bring back for people who want grind, or at least to get through things. It helps you grind, but without having to do all the questing side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the quests the first time.
Yeah, same.
You know? Exactly, the first time. Now for the 46th time.
Yeah. I still like getting Mozzie over in Stormheim because, I mean, Moozie's the cutest little Tauren, and it's just like you save it from falling off the waterfall. But that's like the only quest in Stormheim that I also hate, the one where the Drogbar die.
Oh, yeah.
When they ruin the village? Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, and you go up in there and the guy's like, I'm gonna get
it's fine, everything's gonna be great, and then spikes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There's some things that you really remember. Anyway, did I hear a rumor about Donna? You said you weren't in the alpha, not quite yet. But did I hear that something about finding out how long it's going to level in Shadowlands? No, Frasley's mentioned something like that.
Oh
no,
the alpha.
In the alpha. Well, so you were in the so you've been in the alpha doing leveling, and you got mentioned by a big time newspaper.
Oh, you are in the alpha. I thought you said you weren't.
I was so confused. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was confused because I thought you said you weren't, and then there's this whole other thing we're supposed to talk about, and I was like, but he's not
trying to brainwash people into thinking they're not in the alpha, Sal.
It's all Bowser's fault. It's all blame Bowser.
We are all distracted by the puppy.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
You hear that, Bowser? You distracted them.
But yeah, so even in the alpha, and you I've been seeing your name all over the place because people are looking to you now as the expert on leveling. I'm like, this is awesome. So in the alpha, how long does leveling take?
So for a no heirlooms, from what we're seeing, it looks like it might be about 11 to 12 hours. And this is for semi-experienced players. Basically, if you've done Battle for Azeroth, you should be able to level in 11 hours, like 11 and a half hours, as just from 1 to 50. It should be very doable. With heirlooms, and this is approximately what we'll see right now, with about 65% EXP bonus, which is what you have from all heirlooms, plus the 10% XP pot without war mode. It took me 6 hours and 54 minutes to go from level 1 to 50.
Wow. I'm just like,
and it gets faster.
Oh.
So I did Warlords of Draenor recently. We had a semblance of Chromie time into the alpha recently, where we could do level 10 to 40 in Warlords. And the times that I was seeing looked very, very promising. If you had an assist, which is someone who can kill stuff for you, it's looking like you should be able to do 10 to 50 inside 3 hours. You might even be able to do 1 to 50 inside like 3.5.
That's crazy.
So the expansion that gets mixed feelings and people's mixed reactions on is the add-on that can get you leveled up pretty fast.
There's nothing but love for Wad here. Nothing but love.
The reason people get upset about Warlords of Draenor was the raiding scene and the endgame stuff. The questing was beautiful.
Oh, it was.
The zones were fantastic, and the characters were fun. Like, all that part was great, and that's the part that we're going to be experiencing come time to, pick a zone and level through it.
The best leveling experience we have ever gotten in World of Warcraft, outside of, say, vanilla back during its actual time. Now, slightly less so. The best leveling experience we've had is Warlords. Warlords did everything right. The questing, the objectives, the garrisons. You had all this different type of content that engaged you in the experience of leveling, rather than just being, go here, do quest, kill mob, the end. It's a story as old as time that it's boring now. And I think that's part of the reason why so many people hate leveling.
I agree that I liked a WoD leveling too. It and the cinematics and the Urel stuff. Oh my gosh! But I'm still gonna raise my hand for Pandaria on the leveling and how
wonderful too. It's another one that catches a lot of crap.
The zones ended up being like, and you completed all the zones. You got this like one massive quest line. I say massive because there's a giant bug in the end that like people from all the different zones had to come help you kill, and it was so satisfying. I really liked that. I like the WoD too. But
unfortunately, I didn't get to experience all of Mist. I came in at the last 2 months, unfortunately.
okay. Yeah.
Cataclysm had the underwater zone. That was really fun.
No.
Cataclysm is part of the
nice.
reason why it took me so long to come back.
I mean,
because you went to Hyjal and not Vashir, and you got bummed out about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that we're on the same
Nothing to do
page.
with Dragon Soul.
Dragon Soul lasted like 3 years. Dragon Soul was the beginning of LFR.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the very first LFR.
Yeah,
The worst
back when
possible raid for LFR.
Yeah,
I think I would take LFR N'Zoth over that.
The spine of Deathwing and LFR.
That was my first thought. I was like, wow.
Everyone would follow.
Picking scabs with strangers.
And you would still roll for loot back then.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone would just roll neat on everything because everyone was doing it anyway.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Nostalgia Cast.
Yeah.
We'll be talking
That
about
was
Super
painful.
Nintendo later.
Dude, LFR is so much better now. I know it's still painful, but we didn't have stacks of determination back then.
Bad. I mean, LFR was pretty bad in MOP. Nowhere near as bad, but... Whew.
that was pain. That was pain.
Every time someone says get rid of LFR, at least it wasn't that.
A lot of people, that's the only way to see that content, and a lot of people have fun at LFR. So,
yeah,
exactly.
Let them have their fun.
Inclusivity. It's important to have inclusivity.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and as long as you have determination, you can get through.
I don't know. I've seen some people struggle with 10 stacks.
Oh.
I've
Ouch.
been there.
Yeah, the purple circles still hurt at 10 stacks.
All right. We gotta. Dude, what's this about you? Like, they mentioned you in Polygon?
Yeah, you was in Polygon?
So I think I've been mentioned in Polygon and Icy Veins. I think I also got mentioned on Wowhead as well about the leveling stuff.
These minor publications like Polygon and Wowhead that no one's heard of. That's a big deal, man. We could have led with this. Let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
How did it feel when you saw your name in an article? And I mean, I think even on Wowhead, your face was like the cover image of it.
All right. So I was asked for the Wowhead article if they wanted to use a generic, like just Exile Reach article, or to use my face, and I was like, you got to use the face.
Yeah.
There's so much personality right there. Just like,
Oh, absolutely.
And for the audio listeners, you're missing out. My man looks like a warrior. Like he's missing a horned helmet, and that's about it.
And
no.
Ooh.
And he has a ferocious beast.
He took a careful glance to his right. He has a horned helmet.
We've got your cosplay for the next BlizzCon in 2025.
Oh, no. I was thinking sexy pinup photos for the wife.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Seeing something about me in a Polygon article was insane. I mean, I was a little bit let down because there was no mention of the charity stuff. And it felt like it was just more of a like, hey, here's this info, and then here's some passing credit, rather than like, hey, this person did this incredible thing, and here's also this incredible thing. It's just, oh, we're just giving credit because we have to. And it felt a little, I don't know, as excited as I was, I felt a little disappointed. I don't know if that's an okay thing to feel, but like I feel like journalism has gotten to the point, it's like, no, you have to give credit because you have to, not because you're giving credit because you care about the person. And like there seems to be this kind of like move away from being credited is an important thing, rather to being credited is like saying thoughts and prayers. It's just this like unspoken, just like you just do it. And that hurt a little.
Yeah, because like in this, the bigger story is why you're doing it. I mean, and like learning the cool facts, but the fact that you're doing it for a charity that you're so passionate about, that is the I think the story that connects deeper. And I think Polygon would have had an even better article. Here I am trying to tell Polygon how to write the articles, but I think it would have been a one that would have brought in more clicks.
I think we honestly need more feel-good stories like this, especially now during everything that's going on, the chaos. We need more good news. Because right now,
Absolutely.
if you look at the news, all you see is just bad. It's like, oh God, why did I even look?
And that's why I was glad that you were doing this, and like doing this in April was actually great timing, because you gave people something to look forward to each stream, and you get something for people to rally behind. I'm like, you could not have asked for better timing. I was like,
I mean, I would prefer not to use something like this as
no,
you know, I know what you mean. But
well, between
yeah,
this, go ahead.
I can't deny that. I mean, especially since the stimulus checks came out during April as well, which I mean, obviously helped, I think, some for the charity, as well as more people had some money to be able to donate. Last year we raised 2,600. This year we're already at 4,660.
That's great.
yeah.
So we've nearly doubled it, and we still have another 3 days left. So it's entirely possible that we'll not only pass 5,000, but we might even go a little bit further.
And links to that are in the notes, and will be part of anywhere you're looking at this, whether it be YouTube or a highlight on Twitch for a VOD, or in the audio podcast. You'll be able to look in the notes and see links to this.
Although I will say, being mentioned in Wowhead was like kind of like a dream. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie about that. That was incredible. Just like to be on this website that I've been seeing since Burning Crusade. Like, just here's Wowhead, and like I've literally seen Wowhead in all of its transitions, from when
Mhm.
it had really bad ads that there was like major issues with, all the way through, and
Yeah.
seeing my face on that website was
It's kind of surreal,
just,
right? Like meeting
Yeah.
your hero. Like it feels weird to have it happen.
I actually want to shout out Archimitros. He's the one who wrote that article, reached out to me, talked with me about all of this.
Mhm.
I have a lot of respect for him for that.
You know, it's funny because Polygram is undoubtedly the bigger website. It's the mainstream, mainstream, news source for video games. Unfortunately, but and I'm not trying to poo on them. I'm glad you were in there, but I totally understand that, because Wowhead is by and for the community.
Yeah, and like like come before the storm this past year, where I met you, DesMephisto, would not have happened in the same capacity if it hadn't happened for WoW. It'd be like, hey, let's go together, because everyone said this was one of the best Come Before the Storms that's ever happened.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was fun.
yeah, I was overwhelmed, and like I because like it was my first one, and it's just like everywhere. But it also was cool because everyone was like, yeah, we used to meet in that little room over there. Now we're in this big room. So it was Wowhead realizing that combining forces and bringing and joining together made an even better community.
Yes, the community is very incredible. I don't think there's a single MMO out there with a better community than World of Warcraft. I might be wrong, but in my personal opinion, I think we have the best community.
Well, and one thing that I always look at is like all the different people doing community things, and the fact that multiple charities throughout the year happen, and they're so well supported. That shows that our community has so much outpouring for things. Because like I'm always amazed, like so much money over here, so much money over here, so much money over here. There's never a lack of stories about people supporting good causes in our community.
Oh, all right, Frasley.
Yes.
Methinks it is time.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, buddy. Watch out for that gnome!
So, DesMephisto with the 46 warriors. I want to go back in time. What are the warrior stances in Classic?
Battle stance, defensive stance, and Zerker stance. Is this going to end in a pun?
No, but no, I don't have any puns on that. Ah, Philly. I should have had my pun stance.
You could have said if I was a druid, it'd be Berserker stance.
That's true.
Oh, Zealot in the chat room says, I don't know my stance on this segment.
Wow. That you slay me. That was great.
Frasley, that was meant to be a difficult question, right? That was gonna like a trivia, like hard.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and I'm asking the champion of all, like the king of warriors, because when you walk into the order hall for warriors on a new character, Odin's like, nope, I'm just going to give you the final part of the quest. I'm not even going to have you try to prove your worth to me, because DesMephisto, you've already proven your worth to me so many times. All right, isn't that
48 times.
I wish the guy's still an asshole and making me do the whole damn quest line on EU.
What?
I mean, to be fair, though, that sums Odin up. He is an asshole.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Alrighty. Go ahead, Barf.
Yeah, man. We talked about all this great stuff tonight. I wanted to wrap it up with how can we find you out there on the internet? How can we find the charity? Where do we go? What do we look for?
So you can find me on Twitch, DesMephisto, on Twitter, also DesMephisto, and the Tiltify campaign. It's tiltify.com/ actually I don't even know / at DesMephisto / WowASN 2. 2 obviously because this is the second one.
Oh, okay.
Next year it'll be WowASN 3, and then 4, and hopefully we'll get to like 20, because WoW will be going for another 20 years.
Absolutely. I want the anniversary buff to resemble the buff of wisdom.
Oh yeah. The anniversary buff gets to the point where you kill a mob and you're max level.
Exactly. Yes.
And you said that was ASAN for
Yes.
Autistic Self Advocacy Network? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. ASAN. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. This was really like a wonderful interview. Like, as soon as we brought you on for the pre-show and we started doing the banter thing, we knew immediately this was going to be an easy, fun show. And you know what? We were darn right.
Oh, yeah. and I've got a secret I never told Barf and Sal.
I want to hear
that I was talking with DesMephisto on another show, so I already knew that you were cool.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Look at him brag.
I know the cool guy. Look at me. I'm Frasley. Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This was absolutely fun. I would love to come back in the future, 100%.
We can't wait to have you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. It was wonderful to meet you, and seriously, fun from start to finish.
Yeah, and I love that all this stuff happened because not for personal glory, but for something that you feel so passionate about. I love that you got on WoW for doing good.
I mean, that's what we should all aspire to, right? Just there's too much negative shit in the world. At the end of the day, the best thing that we can do is to do good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. We're gonna take care of some business over here, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right.
Been an absolute pleasure,
night.
Des. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
What do we got next? The frazzled thoughts, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. So with the 100% wisdom buff happening until Shadowlands pre-patch, does this mean that once Shadowlands launches, that we are no longer going to be wise?
Wiser. We're going to be wiser.
What?
We're going to be more wise.
We're gonna be woes.
We're going to be woes. We're going to be wise level 2. And here's how I know.
Even.
Des just got done telling us that it's going to take you 45 minutes to level all the way up to max level, get all your raid gear, and call it a day. He just told us that. I'm exaggerating
just
slightly,
now.
but only just slightly. And right now, we're leveling more slowly than that. So I think we're going to, because of our extra wisdom, we are leveling faster. And then in Shadowlands, we'll be leveling faster still. So we will be wise level 2. That's my thinking.
Okay, I can see that. So now we are just learning, so that way we'll know.
Yeah,
And you can't know without knowing.
exactly. We're opening our chakras.
Okay.
And then we'll absorb the cosmic universe and get there. Go straight to Get There City. That's what we'll do.
No, really gonna die.
Yeah. True wisdom doesn't
And go
end at
to
death,
the-
Sal. If it did, we wouldn't be asking the ancestors for help every 20 minutes.
You know,
Yeah.
Play a shaman, you know how it is.
I know how it is. Yeah. Okay, Frasley. Yeah. You know, as usual, you do challenge us.
Yes.
But now it is time that we hype up our raid team progression. Listen, chat room right now. Tell us, get your shout outs in after we do the raid team progression. We're gonna do this. We're gonna end with some fantastic shout outs. Frasley, let's tag
Yes.
team this progression updates, yo.
That sounds good with me.
Okay. So the troublemakers are now 7 of 12 heroic. Smile.
The Fallen Knights just got their AOTC kill tonight.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Wonderful. Wonderful. Threat level Midnight killed not 1, but 2 progression bosses tonight. I think it was yesterday, including a last pull Vexiona kill. Now 9 of 12 heroic.
Edamame Enterprise has killed Mythic Hive Mind and is now 5 of 12 Mythic.
Wow, look at all these mythic people. Bacon and Kegs is now 12 of 12 normal and 11 of 12 heroic. Dude, Bacon and Kegs, you are almost there.
United Orgrimmar, week 1 down. Akar and Zolgarub 7 of 10. This just came out, I believe. Zolgarub. And they've just got side bosses left now.
Oh, they just went straight to a car. Like, screw this guy. Okay. Hump Day Heroes are 12 of 12 normal and 11 of 12 heroic. Oh, you can taste it. One
Yes.
left to go for AOTC.
And then the Uncrypted Voidwing will fly them away.
Oh.
Hydel Volunteer Fire Department achieved AOTC tonight, and they're now 12 of 12 heroic, and look forward to some mythic pulls in the near future.
That's right. Relentless has achieved AOTC. Look at all these AOTCs. This is crazy. We are now 12 of 12 normal and 12 of 12 heroic. Awesome job by our team. It took 64 pulls.
They are definitely relentless. Baseball is now
Ooh.
the 4 of 12 mythic, and Doggy
Wow.
has been fed for the last time.
Doggy has been fed for the last time. That is what we call a private joke. That's an in joke. Between the, okay.
No, there's a dog. He's got like tentacles on his face. I seen him.
Tonight.
Yeah.
When you
No,
did
no,
OFR.
not that dog. Different dog.
Okay.
In the
Different dog.
Purple
Okay.
Lands.
Okay.
Not Bowser.
Keep going, it's fine. Is 3 of 12 mythic and 12 of 12 heroic. Awesome.
And Lucas is now officially 27 of 45 feature rolls from the end of the bag.
Wow.
During our chat, they've been rating
Yeah.
the pizza bag during the chat. So, I mean, that's a raid team.
That's an impressive pizza roll.
I get it, man. I don't act like I've never finished the pizza rolls before I got to the couch and had to turn around and walk back to the microwave because I've been there. I get it.
Okay, let's see. Do we have anything from the chat room?
I got one thing. I kept
look at
looking
this.
for stuff, but
Yeah, the
Other
only one
than,
I saw coming was the Bodconian one.
oh, and one other one. You need to explain yourself, Barf. Draven is calling you out if you don't like casters, but yet you call yourself a fan of the Dresden.
Yeah, he punches people in the face and uses a sidearm. It's fair. It's fine.
Okay, so Bodican in the chat room says relentless, AOTC, ready brunch, knockdown is off normal, 5 of 12 heroic, and on Raw Den. Raw Den?
Yeah, right done.
Oh, that's right, Raw Den. Sorry. I'm thinking of a different expansion.
No. It's the same character. He just keeps having problems.
Same character. Yeah.
But
I was so hoping that Raw Den would, make it work with Mother.
Does he actually?
I mean,
do we actually kill him, or does he like see the light like he did last time? I don't remember.
I think he's dead,
he dies.
Yeah, he lives on in all of the computers of anybody who has an AMD Radeon.
I literally have an AMD Radeon.
See, he's living on in your computer.
I literally have a 10-year-old card. Oh, I get it. Raw Den Radiant. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was bad. That was
it's okay,
bad.
Sal.
I was like,
you can edit the show so it sounds like you got it faster.
Yes.
I'm not gonna though. That would take time and effort. So yes, that was impressive. Wow. Okay. Personal shoutouts. Barf, you go.
I would like to shout out to the very kind shaman who was in, again, as I say, the extra hard mode clear of N'Zoth that we did today. A helmet dropped, and you know how they just randomly put them in whoever's backpack that they feel like, and apparently it was this young lady or gentleman's like 18th helmet this week. So they just opened trade and handed it to me. So now I have a shiny new helmet. And they were like, I'm tired of seeing this thing. Take it out of my inventory and never talk to me again. And I was like, that's very kind of you. Yes, I'll do that. Thank you.
Now, when you went to N'Zoth, you're like, I will defeat with my sword and mighty helmet. My sword and mighty helmet.
Shamans cannot wear swords, or else I would have sung just like, but I would have done it like Elmer Fudd style.
Okay, yes.
Where like I'm, can't talk right. And I'm bad at hunting, but yeah, that's how I would have done it. Yes, exactly.
How about you, Fraz?
I have to give a shout out to the new WoWchallenges.com website. I've been diving back into my Iron Tunes again, and they've done an amazing job at making the website look really cool, integrate with the Blizzard API. And Lita stopped by, and whenever like you talk with Lita, you just have like a energy, because Lita's one of the kindest people ever, and like
yes,
she stopped by today, and it just like warmed my heart. So thank you, Lita, and everybody at WoW Challenges for adding a cool thing that is not officially in the Blizzard game, but you make it really accessible for anybody to do the WoW Challenges. So if you feel the game's not fun, try a WoW Challenge.
Yeah. So I want to shout out to two people. I want to shout out to Kara and Habant. Now, I was just looking. Usually they're in the chat room. It is weird. It's weird that they're not in the chat room tonight. So they're not going to hear this at all. But I wanted to shout out to Kara and Habant. They've actually it helped me and been sending me stuff and showing me around in Animal Crossing. I mean, several people have, but every now and then I'll get something in the mail from one of them. It's crazy. They're so nice. And it's been a lot of fun playing with them again in a different game. So.
And if you ever get to where Karen Habant live, Habant makes an amazing pancake. I got to tell you.
Oh, there you go. Yes, I did hear that his breakfast brunch culinary skills are second to none.
Oh, they are so good. My whole family, that was like, I think we think it was the best meal of our trip.
Shoot,
alrighty,
go there.
Yeah, well, undoubtedly.
I want to get fun foods.
Okay,
and see my friends.
Maybe Karen Habant would be cool to see too. Fine. Maybe. All right, now, but Barf, before we go, you had some thoughts to share.
Yeah. I'm worried that I'm hoping that I'm going to word this correctly. My hope is that it doesn't sound like I'm coming down on anybody. My hope is that everything is still like, quote, sort of friendly and happy-go-lucky and whatnots. But I just wanted to sort of go into this a little bit more of a serious place before we head out for the night. Wanted to mention that, obviously the pandemic's on everybody's minds. It's hard to get away from it. There are days where it feels like it's the only thing I talked about all day long, and then after a full day of talking about it, it still feels like it's the only thing on my mind to talk about.
Yeah.
And I mean, talking about it is very good if that's the sort of thing that you feel like you need to do to help sort of get you through this. But, there's the reality is it can be very difficult to talk about the virus without getting into sort of a political discussion. It's really easy to tread into political territory when we start talking about the COVIDs. So I just wanted to give a friendly reminder to everybody within the sound of my voice that when we're hanging out in the guild chat, when we're hanging out in the Convert to Raid guild Discord, we tried our best to keep those channels very apolitical, especially since, Warcraft is this place where a lot of our members go to take a step kind of away from the reality of maybe the pandemic itself or the news cycle or, the political environment that we live in or things of that nature. They're sort of, okay, I'm going to play Warcraft for 45 minutes and take a break from all of that. And to come into the guild or the guild environment and still be in that can kind of be very bogging. So I just wanted to remind everybody, very please, let's do our best to be supportive. We want to reach out to each other when it looks like there's somebody who could use a hand. And we want to be sort of mindful of each other's needs while we exist together in this sort of shared virtual space, and to keep sort of those goals in mind of this is going to be a place for support, but not necessarily we want to lean away from sort of the political news stuff that we all have to deal with anyway. We don't have to deal with it in game and in Discord.
Yeah.
That was kind of where I was thinking about recently.
Thanks for sharing that, Barf.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for everything, and guild chat is probably not the time or place for most stuff. Most passionate stuff.
I think treat it like Facebook, where really you should be in DMs and not on your newsfeed. And guild chat's like a newsfeed. Well, sort of.
Don't treat it like Facebook.
Don't treat it like Facebook.
I think that we have been in that place, right? Like, I think that we've been doing a really good job of, being there for each other, keeping an eye out for people who are having a hard time. I see it constantly on my Twitter feed. Like Sal was saying last episode, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago, something like that. She keeps a very carefully curated Twitter feed that has a lot of positivity in it. I feel like I do a lot of the same, but I also follow a lot of people from the guild. I follow a lot of people from the community, and everybody has been very much on the lookout for making sure that everybody's doing okay and, being, community minded and things of that nature. So I feel like we're doing it well. It's just, I want everyone to make it I would like everyone to try to make it a specific focus of, I'm going to think about this carefully, as we move forward together. I just thought it'd be fun and relevant to toss that out there at the end of the show.
Thanks for that, Barf.
Yeah, I'm always happy to be the one to bring us down.
It should be my job.
That's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank Navox and Geek Chic Lisa for our theme music. You can find us over on Twitter at converted_CTR. Sal is at summer_Sal. Frasley is at Frasleytastic, and I am at a bonus level. When is the next episode?
2 weeks from now.
Perfect.
In May.
It'll be in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
All right. Sal?
We'll see you later. Thanks for joining us.
And Frasley?
Love you, community.
And for myself, we'll see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
Cool.
That's a wrap.
Good.
That was fun.
That was.
Yes. Yeah. Des joined the channel, and then we're just like, bam! Like, oh, here's a guy we get along with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very easy interview. That guy has great stuff to talk about.
Oh
I
yeah.
kept
was
trying
a
to
lot
push
of
it
fun.
forward. It's like, we can't be here 2 hours, guys. We got it.
We could have. We easily could have. You're
Easily
wrong.
could've.
We definitely could have.
We definitely could. Well, you know. By the way, I sent my parents that that Twitch clip of me saying nasty things about cats, and they didn't respond at all. And
Well, yeah. I
Do
mean,
they know what Twitch is?
I don't talk to the family members that I've disowned either. As soon as they saw the cat, they're like, I can't believe you'd say something this terrible. A member of my own family would say something this heartless.
my family doesn't own cats ever. Well, I mean, my sister has a cat, but they have a dog cat. I've talked about the dog cat before. You know what I mean when I say dog cat.
Yeah,
I've
it's got a dog
cat.
on one side. It's got a cat on the other side. The cat is
Well,
the
that's a
subject.
cartoon.
The cat is
Yes.
the subject of a lot of slapstick comedy, voiced by Jim Cummings, and the dog is cute, and I forget his name.
Oh, I didn't realize Jim Cummings did that.
Oh yeah. man.
Oh yeah.
Darkwing Duck himself was the voice of cat. I do not recall the voice of dog. I'll look it up.
Voice of
Okay.
dog. SpongeBob. SpongeBob. Tom Kenny.
No kidding. Look at all the famous people in this show.
Wow.
Lovely.
Um,
Who lives in a house connected to a dog? Dog of cat.
only plays-
Dog of cat.
He only plays cartoon characters that are live in strange houses that are shaped funny.
Yes.
well,
Wonderful.
No, it's a cat that comes when you call their name, and never bites or scratches, and is happy when you're there.
Yep.
You know, the opposite of everything a cat is.
Chocolate.
My cats do that sometimes. They do it on their terms, but they do it.
Yeah, the whole on their terms thing.
And speaking of the dog cat, here is my
There's
dog.
your kitties.
We've
your
had this
kitties.
conversation before. My sister's dog cat is the same breed.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It's a Hemi. Yeah, Hemis are dog cats. Yeah. Just like, I mean, like, you can't get a cat to do what Bowser did tonight. He just said,
oh.
chair.
Oh, I can.
Boo sits on the
I
chair
can-
all the time.
No. The Bowser sat on the chair because he was told to sit on the chair
I
and stayed there.
open up this this cat treat.
Oh, you kitty. Oh, him is standing.
Cat cam.
Him a licking.
Kitty, kitty.
Oh, him a sitting.
Yep. See, and he's like, I want. You know what? I'll give you more. You want more?
Kitty.
He
Excellent.
knows to sit in that spot for treats.
My sister's cat is more smushy face. Like right up close, like totally flat.
Okay, yeah, no, his is resting face.
Oh, I've
Yes.
got one of those.
Oh.
She's right there.
Isn't that an anime character? Wait a minute.
The cat I'm pointing at?
Oh,
No,
No,
she's
that's a
above the moon.
cat.
There's a moonkin.
Oh,
and
above
then
the
right
moonkin. I'm
above
looking
it
at
is
the
a cat.
moonkin.
No, above the moonkin is a cat. She's got resting cat face.
Okay.
well, I need to take a shower and stuff. And wow, I don't have anything to clean because I did all that last night.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
won't
maybe
be.
a little bit of dishes, but
I won't be taking a shower or using the bathroom at all because I cleaned it today, and as soon as I use it, it'll be dirty again, and that's not fun. So
No, what
That's
you
not
do
fun.
is you shower while you're cleaning the shower.
why didn't I think of that? It would have been
It's
great.
science.
It's just science.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get bleach on my toes.
Wait.
Why not?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No.
What are you using bleach for? You should use non-bleach disinfecting spray stuff.
No, I bleach the hell out of my shower.
You're just bleaching it? Straight
I
out
just
bleach?
spray. I mean, I'm not like literally dumping Clorox, but there's bleach in my. I don't play. Listen, I recycle. I do other things for the planet, and yeah. So okay, here's the deal.
You buy all the leaks. That can't be good for the planet. Tank the leak economy. Listen, I can eat 6 pounds of broccoli by noon. You can get through all your leaks.
Oh, you know what? Once you cook them down, they're actually pretty small. I was kind of shocked to see like this much leaks turn into like that much leaks. Yeah.
So
and-
so of your leakage, there's the links shrinkage.
there's shrinkage on my leaks,
Yes.
definitely.
I wish
like
that you
any
had said that while we were live because that could have been a show title.
here's my big question, guys.
Yes.
Technically, when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to podcasts and stuff like that, we can get away with one S-bomb.
I think I marked some timestamps at the very top of the show notes for you that we may be able to address.
Okay. I'm mostly thank you. Oh, there was 2 S-bombs? Okay. Okay. Yeah. And that's something we should have said to Des.
That's not a big deal.
He didn't know. It's not a big deal like on our stream, but like when it comes to
I'm going to add that to the thing for guests.
Thank you. Yeah, usually folks in CTR would just know. We just don't have that problem generally, and it's not like he's had a potty mouth,
Yeah.
At all. He's just a couple more curse words than I would generally like in guild chat, so I should probably edit them out.
Oh, and Zeph's petition list for feast transmogs. Ooh, yes.
Feast transmog your feasts? Because there was one in Cataclysm that I really missed.
With a lobster.
It was that's exactly the one. It was the metal bucket with one lobster sticking out.
Uh-huh.
I missed that one.
Yeah, you and I went straight to the same thing. Feet of strength for your feet.
We don't need great feet of strength. We need great strength of feet.
I see what you're saying. It's funny how
On the count of kick.
it's like feast transmogs. Both of us went for the same one.
It's the only one. It's the only one.
I mean, there are bigger ones.
No, there's
one
not.
with more colors or whatever.
Nope.
But that's the one with a lobster on it.
Yeah, it was one metal bucket with half a bucket worth of water in it and one lobster sort of looking around out of it. Ideal
Was it
raid
moving?
food. I like to think that it was. I picture
In my
it.
head it was, but I bet it wasn't.
I picture it like a heavy-set Italian mobster guy leaning over the edge of the hot tub he's sitting in with like his gold necklace and his sunglasses and his bad haircut, like leaning. I can say that. I've known several mobsters.
You are in New Jersey.
Yeah, there was a guy in Boy Scouts and the guy my sister used to live next door to. I'm convinced.
I'm really close to Staten Island, so I've been to Staten Island several times. I have been to one definitely mobster bar. where like there was a mob wives of whatever, mob housewives thing. Anyway, there was a woman who owns a bar in Staten Island, and I went to
Real
her bar.
housewives? And they have to say it like that? Housewives?
I don't know.
I don't know how they talk.
I don't know. Is there someone named Marge or something like that?
Did you know anybody
Marge
named
Simpson?
Did you know anybody named like Jimmy the Hook or Louie the Wrench or anything like that?
You know, at some point,
Timmy Two
we're
Thumbs.
being racist. You know, there's a lot of Italians and Russians around here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Are those nicknames racially thinged? I didn't know that.
No, it's just me being racist because I'm like, clearly, if you're saying this, you're talking
okay.
about an Italian from New Jersey or Staten Island, which is basically New Jersey, guys. I have no idea why Staten Island or how Staten Island is.
It's not
in
New
any
Jersey.
way New
It's
York
not.
City.
It isn't. It actually is not. You guys use it, I guess, but it's not yours.
We have this really expensive ferry that goes back and forth.
Yeah,
you know, 'cause
to
people
Jersey.
work in the city.
Now
It goes back and forth to Jersey.
The
Over
Staten
in-
Island ferry.
Yeah.
Over in Jersey, there's a portion of land that is technically under Delaware authority. So if I understand, New Jersey cannot police it.
Delaware the state or Delaware the Native American tribal nation?
The state of Delaware.
Okay. You have to be specific around here, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Because you're right. Because I live next to Delaware County, which
Yeah.
I believe was
Lenape.
yeah.
Interesting. Also, something that should be New Jersey but isn't. I'm going to go ahead and say it. As a New Yorker, I'm going to say this. The Statue of Liberty. To
Yeah, I know.
me, you look at a map, it's located in New Jersey, not
It
New
is.
York.
It is. You're not like this isn't revelatory. You're correct. That's where it is. Statue of Liberty is in New Jersey.
I did not know that.
It's ours. You guys use it. You guys are like celebrate about it. It's ours.
If you look on a map and look where the lines are drawn, Statue of Liberty is inside of New York City.
Yes.
But
No, it's ours.
it's geographically, if you're not looking at like political lines, you're just looking at like where things are. The Statue of Liberty and Staten Island are nowhere near New York City.
And I've been to the land that's in Delaware, or no, I've been near the land that's in Delaware. That's in New Jersey. I've
I'm
been there.
stupid. You were saying Staten Island that whole time. I was thinking Ellis Island. Every time you said Staten Island, I was thinking of Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. So everything I said about Staten Island, I don't know anything about Staten Island. You guys can have it. It's fine. It was Ellis Island that I was thinking of. Because I'm dumb.
I'm confused.
I'm stupid.
No, I'm confused.
Ellis Island is where it's
Yeah.
it's where the
immigration.
Statue of Liberty is, right?
No, that's near the Statue of Liberty, but it's where a lot of people immigrated through.
Oh, I thought it was on it.
No,
I don't know, I've never been there. I'm like getting all defensive about it. Like, no, it's ours. I've never been there. I could drive there now if I wanted to. I don't care to. It's fine.
I'm sorry, where? Drive where?
Ellis Island. I can't drive
You
to
could
the
drive
island.
to Ellis.
I could drive to near it. I can drive to approximately it. I could drive to within visual range. I get visual confirmation.
Yeah, but if you were to go to Ellis Island, there's only one way.
To swim. Or to come in
Go
from
to
Europe.
New York City, down to South Ferry, in Manhattan.
You know
and
what?
Take a ferry from there.
There's a lot of ex-Europeans who would disagree with you on that, I think.
And over near the Statue of Liberty is the Men in
You
Black.
go to
building.
Ireland. You get on a 3-month boat. Half of you die.
My ancestors came here in a canoe. And I doubt that that's true. It's probably like a longboat or maybe like a big, large ship that I don't know. I don't know who my ancestors are.
Longboat?
I don't know, man. My grandmother always told me that we were Scandinavian, even though today I put English on my census. So if I was wrong, the government can come for me, but it wasn't worth asking my parents about.
Aren't longboats Polynesian?
I don't know, maybe. I don't even
think
know
that's,
where
like,
Staten
on the
Island
other
is,
coast.
let alone where any other kind of boats come from.
I mean, I think you gotta go to Guam and stuff.
I'm really
and-
good at canoeing, so I'm gonna guess
bad at
it's
canoeing.
a canoe. Yo, man, I
tipped
know
over
all my
canoe
different
5 times.
I know all my different strokes, man. You want to see a J stroke? I'll show you a C stroke. It'll be great. We'll travel in a straight line unless I decide otherwise, and then we'll turn left or right. I'm super good at that. We'll go canoeing sometime. I'll show you.
I mean, there are different strokes for
Yes.
for different.
Oh yeah, and they turn you or not.
What you talking about, Barf?
Boating, canoeing.
You know, on this East Coast, there's a lot of kids who row.
I don't like to row.
It's a lot of there's a lot of people who row.
Yeah,
it seems.
one of our main rivers. We have rowing and all that.
I have rowed. It's not for me.
By the way, I really hate this couch.
You should do what I did and drape someone's grandmother's blanket over it.
I mean, it's got a blanket on it, and that's why it's not this weird beige against a gray wall.
What are you trying to say? It's literally what my couch is. It's a weird beige against a gray wall.
Your
like a
couch is
brownish-
in better shape than this one is.
Yeah, you say that. You've never pulled the bed part out of it.
Ooh, there's a bed part in this one too.
Yeah.
I've got a
That I'll
couch
never pull out.
with
My,
plywood because the springs are breaking.
My grandparents spent some time here, and they decided that they were going to pull the couch out so that they could sleep on the couch bed, and then fold it back up the following morning. You know, the way people might. But it's not designed to fold in with like all of the comforters and blankets and everything on it when you fold it away. But that's what happened with it. So now it's highly uncomfortable. And I'm sure that whenever I invite all of my CTR friends over to the house for a sleepover and someone gets that bed, they'll be like, yeah, you were really right. I'm going to lay on the ground for the rest of the day while everyone else has their activities.
No, man. At that point,
No one's
at
coming
that
over, by
point-
the way. There's pandemics.
no one's coming over.
not
You
coming
just
over.
go to Walmart, get the queen size blow up bed mattress. Those are infinitely more comfortable than whatever's going on that couch.
Oh, and DesMephisto sounds like a bed demic though.
At least it's not a birdemic. Put that out there.
We've already been through a bird demic.
Yeah, they
That's
made a movie
right.
about it.
Was
And
that
then
H1N1 or is that swine flu?
Oh, I was talking about the movie that got famously rift-tracked.
Bird Box? Bird Box was good.
Birdemic.
Oh, Birdemic.
It was the
Yes.
bird-based apocalypse that happened because of global warming. Look it up. It's science.
Ah, man. Okay, so I got a ring light. Can't you tell?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see it in your
I
eye.
can.
I plugged it in right before the show. So I got it in the mail today or yesterday. Must have been today. How do I turn it off? You see? That's less light than it was.
After you turned off the light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this is my normal, so
The math checks out.
yeah. So I wanted, because I had like, oh, look at that. The camera keeps like having trouble with its white balance.
Yeah, it's not sure about the white balance.
It keeps going red.
You should consider turning it
Okay.
off from automatic.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. like I said, I just plugged this in today.
Fraz, if I promise that there will be plenty of masks and gloves available, could you come to my house and wire my lighting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Come on over, buddy.
Okay.
No problem. Lots of masks, gloves. I
feel like I feel like I'm on one of those. Oh no, even better.
I promise I did not steal from the cash register.
You
It
sound
was always left open.
exactly like the host of Trivia Murder Party.
Tonight we're gonna see who can die the most. So, what did I eat for breakfast? Wrong.
My mom's dad is from Staten Island. Was your mom's dad a gangster then?
Wait, do you know Rachel?
If it gets heated, the gloves come off.
That's
over in Port Clinton, Ohio. We have a place called Phil's Inn, and they believe, looking at the records, that the people who offed Jimmy Hoffa ate their last meal at the inn.
Ate their last meal, like ate the meal before they offed Jimmy Hoffa, because they'd still be alive.
Yeah, yeah, but like they ate there before they were offing Jimmy Hoffa.
I mean that assumes they know. Who took care of Jimmy Hoffa?
Exactly, it's one of those assumptions. But my grandfather. This is not a lie. That wasn't a lie either. That's information we had. But my grandfather saw Al Capone. No, great grandfather.
Filing his taxes inappropriately.
No, saw him bringing votes in during Prohibition.
Oh, that's cool. The St. Valentine's Day massacre occurred across the street from where Silver's mom was born.
Oh,
if we're talking about our gangster associations. It's also like across the street from the Chicago Pizza and Grinder Company, which makes a wonderful pizza pot pie.
And an app.
They make an app?
Yeah.
Grinder? Got it. Yeah. It's a place where you can buy gay pizzas. Super good.
See, DesMephisto says if it isn't a pun, you're not having fun.
I'm having fun. I just I saw the root beer I've had recently, and that's been going through my head.
No, you're like, I'm not drinking soda. I'm drinking root beer. Now, why do you say that? Is that because it's?
I don't typically I'm not typically drinking soda and stuff like that. So this is a what I've been eating recently is way out of my normal. That's not.
We need to loosen the ban. We need to unpause New York City so I can get my roots done. That's the only reason. This is pretty terrible.
I mean,
I like it.
I'm a mild extension of quarantine away from a proper white fro, so
I want the hair down to my butt. That's my goal.
What do you want done to your butt hair?
No. I want the hair down to my butt. I want it that long.
That is not what I heard.
That's what I said.
I've already done the long hair thing. I'm looking forward to the gray hair thing because I want to look like Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future. That is my goal as an old person. I want to become old, gray, and nuts looking. I want to give people like the crazy eyeball with my poofy white hair. Then they're like, "What's his deal?" I'm like, "I'm just looking for the eggs." And it turns out I'm like not harmful at all, but I look crazy. That's my goal. That's what I'm hoping for. How about you guys? Sal wants to have green hair again.
Actually, my days of green hair are gone. I now work for a company who would never give me any. They would never say, "Do anything to your hair." It would never say it. Everyone's nice. Actually, everyone's very nice. But I'm just in a different situation now. You're a little bit more professional looking. Although I will say that I don't believe my green hair was all that unprofessional.
I thought it looked nice. I saw it in person. I thought it looked really nice.
Yeah.
You're one of the
Thank you.
reasons why before everything happened, I still will at some point by like 2028. I'll get blue hair whenever.
By
hair
20,
salons open up again.
that's a very interesting date. Why did you land on 2028?
I don't know. I'm just putting out dates there because I'm not getting my hopes up on it, so that way I can be like, hey.
Frasley chose 2028 because he knows that January 1st, 2029 will be the day that the world ends. And the reason he knows that is because... Why?
Because by then, we'll be in a hairy situation.
Perfect.
Hitchhiker's Guide? No.
Oh!
What am I?
No,
What am I missing?
the planet blew up in Hitch. I was just hoping for, like, I couldn't think of a way to add to my rambling, and I was hoping that Fraz would yes and me. And he made a pun instead, which I think was perfect.
Okay.
Hitchhiker's
forgot
Guide,
about-
that planet blew up in, like, 2004, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, are we talking about Blade Runner or
Blade Runner, I think, happens in the distant future of 2015.
Yeah. I quite liked the new Blade Runner, and I really liked that they didn't like remake Blade Runner. That I liked the new movie. I liked what they did. Haters, don't at me.
And
But
apparently, Star Trek is set from 2020 or 2265 to 2269.
TOS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because according to Memory Alpha, this is according to the Stack Exchange on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, Memory Alpha is a good resource for that sort of thing.
Frasley, here's the deal.
Yes.
You of all people do not need a hair salon to have blue hair.
I've been just warming different people to on my first one. Don't do the hair. Don't do it by myself because I should have somebody at least look at what my hair is made of. Because I've been warned by a couple people that I could damage it if I'm not careful.
Not with just regular hair. Now, if you're talking about bleaching, absolutely don't bleach your hair. Okay.
Okay.
Don't bleach your hair.
On your
Don't
own.
bleach your hair. You can buy blue Arctic ice or manic panic right now from Amazon. It'll take a couple weeks to get there, or a week.
Bro, you
Put
can
it in
get
your hair.
blue Kool-Aid and you'll be in good shape, man. Just rub that in there.
Never comes out. Blue Kool-Aid is for life. And to do that, you have to put your hair in boiling water. So that's why you see all these little girls with like blue and red like tips of their hair. Yeah. No, my nieces have done this.
And terrible disfiguring burns on their face.
Yeah. No, my sister helped one of my nieces, at least one of them, do that. But it was just like 2 inches on the end of her hair, you know. But Frasley, there's no like harmful chemicals or anything like that, like in the dye itself.
Okay.
It's the bleach. So
'Cause-
you've got blonde hair. Is it
Yes.
blonde? Yeah, you've got blonde hair.
Dirty
You-
brown blonde.
Your hair will
You should
take it.
clean it, man.
Once it becomes gray, it's a different story. But now that it's blonde, you could have it blue tomorrow without a salon. In fact, I would tell you not to go to a salon because it would cost a lot of money.
You don't have to go to a salon.
And
Sal has plenty of bleach. She was telling us all about it a minute ago.
I do have bleach.
She'll just scrub your head with the bleach and the toilet brush, and you'll be good to go. Right? That's how it works.
I've got it in my cart, and now I just gotta go over the fear of am I actually doing this?
We got to stop
I'm doing
doing
it.
shows with Frasley because every time we do, he buys something.
He buys something.
I ain't never been near this guy, and he's not buying something.
I almost bought those moonkins if I could have figured out how to put it into my I regret not buying those Moonkins, but
Those?
yeah, those.
Yeah. Found out something interesting about my household situation that day, because we finally got to the front of the line, and there was the Alliance one and there was the Horde one, and I said, all right, well, we got to figure out which one we want to get. And she goes, what does that mean? And then grabbed both of them and walked to the cash register. And I went, oh, okay, this is who we are.
I knew Silver Bolt was awesome, and that's that confirms it.
So we need to make a decision.
Just
No, we don't.
doesn't feel like we have to make a decision.
The decision is yes.
We're
I still
already at
remember
the front of the line. It's decision time was 20 minutes ago.
I have been with her near plushies,
Yeah, dude.
and I vowed to never do that again.
She's like that in real life.
It's like, oh, hey, there's a place with plushies. I'm like, yeah, want to check out the plushies? Yes, I do. Cool. We're at BlizzCon. 45 minutes later, she's meeting plushie makers and stuff.
Yeah.
You should see her with this bird thing she's doing. She's got like 16 bird feeders in the yard. She's always like taking pictures of everybody and like throwing peanuts at birds
When
and
she
stuff.
decides to do something,
I know, man. She goes ham. It's bananas.
I think about a multi-box, and then that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
she brontosword. Did you guys see that tweet?
I saw that.
She and her other 7 hunters that she has gathered up enough flowers to sell in the auction house to buy a dino sour. So
Wow.
she's got 40 million gold worth of dinosaurs that she rides around on.
Wait a minute. Does she have to buy one for each of them?
No,
They're different accounts?
No, she only did it once. But when you're on 8 characters, it's oh, there goes 1 million times what most people have in gold. Perfect.
Okay. But for different accounts,
No, she only bought it once.
she bought it once, but she was able to use it on different accounts?
Yeah, because they're all linked to under the same BattleNet account. They're just different Warcraft accounts. Science.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, watch this.
So it's all across BattleNet account, not World
Yeah.
of Warcraft account?
It's when you change regions that it becomes an issue because
You can link 11 accounts.
yeah.
That's crazy. Now I understand the photos. The kitty.
Yeah. Oh, he's he's
Oh,
upside down and he's
kitty.
going for it. There's a good kitty.
Upside down kitty.
It's a pineapple upside down cat.
He's like he doesn't want me petting him. He's like, okay.
I just want to lay here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't touch me. I got my groove going.
I'm happy.
It's a good kitty.
Frasley, do you really have that in your inbox? Not inbox, shopping cart?
Yes.
Which one?
I had let me go to
What brand?
I was looking at both Manic Panic and Arctic Fox.
Wait,
I
Praz,
like
is that
Arctic Fox.
is that a G910 you're rocking?
Yes.
Me too, buddy.
There's
I too have a
nothing wrong
G910.
with. Huh.
And did you see my my Mac Daddy of
Yo, that's a big one. I only got the regular one.
It's amazing that you don't realize how much you're missing to like you can like
I know.
that's
dude.
my
I've only got the regular one.
Wow.
I don't know what you're supposed to use the blue thing at the top of the keyboard for, but I use it for holding my phone.
yeah I think that's what you are supposed to use it for, but as you see, like he's sitting right there, so I can't really put anything right
yeah,
there.
you don't want to don't bully the cat. Let him just be a little chocolate boy. He's a good kitty.
Oh, Barf, look at the puppy.
Yeah, he's here. He's visiting.
Aw.
Sucks. Who's a good boy? He's got old man gray face.
Oh, I wish I had a puppy so bad.
He's my little dude.
DesMephisto. How?
He
To the puppy? How does that happen?
He likes to do this thing where he goes upstairs and he lays down and he has himself a snoozle and he snores and he'll just be up in the bedroom snoring away, and then he'll come down and just sort of poke his head in like, hey, it's been a while since I've eaten. You guys want to feed me or anything? And then he'll come over and he'll give us the wags and say hi's and all that, and then he'll go away and he'll lay down again.
He's an old man dog, yeah.
Yeah, he's somewhere between 8 and 10, we think. We're not super sure, but he's in that range.
A lot older than Bowser. Bowser.
Aww.
Oh, look at him. Good boy. Good boy.
How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
I've never wanted a dog so bad in my life.
Yeah, really.
Get this. Get a cat dog.
Yeah.
I can't have any animals. This is not my apartment.
Ah.
I am very lucky to live here. Very lucky. Oh my God. You imagine if I were living here with my old roommate who used to... Never mind. I can't say that on the stream. Excuse me.
Bless
Who
you.
used to be inappropriate.
Uh-huh.
Nyati nyati.
Very. What was I going to say? I was going to say something important. Who used to? I can already... yeah. I'm just not... I live by myself now, which is hard right now, but it would be harder living in that old situation. Oh my God, because I lived in a basement back then, in a windowless basement. A big, beautiful, enormous,
A windowless,
well-decorated windowless
almost
basement.
on fire windowless basement.
I definitely almost set it on fire once on stream.
I seen it.
And
That was still one of
that
our
was-
best episodes, man. I had a lot of fun that night.
That was fun.
I'm pretty sure it's still the pinned episode
Probably.
on our Twitter. That's one of the best things we've ever done. But you know, the game show gave it a run for its money.
Yeah, that was fun too.
I think a little bit more planning would have. Two things would have made that better. First of all, we kind of had the perfect guest, except he didn't have something. Oh, he didn't have a microphone.
That's right.
He was using his
Right.
microphone from his camera, and that made a huge difference.
Yeah, but the content was there,
'cause
so.
You want the microphone that's like set up. You don't want to get into like a lot of issues like that. And it just gets really bad.
No, that isn't the issue we had. The issue that we had was that it would cut off a lot because
that's right,
it wouldn't
yes.
pick it up.
Yeah.
So we didn't always get, because he's got good jokes. Good jokes.
Yes. Oh, he does.
But not all of his jokes landed because you couldn't hear it at the end product. That said, you couldn't have chosen a better personality or better someone, if quicker witted person to do that.
I was watching the yes. Go training
Can't
clip.
beat setting a house on fire. Yeah, dude.
It would have only been the basement part.
You want another one? Okay.
Oh man, my hair is terrible. It's clean anyway. Back when I was really rocking the green, I didn't wash it that often. Oh, okay. Oh, Fresley, we were talking
Yes.
about the hair color.
Yes.
You and I should talk before you
Okay.
do it, okay? If possible, some like rubber gloves, okay? And you'll absolutely, if you have Vaseline around, that's perfect. But if you don't, some like kind of thick like hand lotion, and you put it like basically all over your forehead and put on your ears and stuff, and put on the back of your neck, and that oil helps it not sink into your skin.
Then let's look at probably June or July, just due to money and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But if you're able to do it with your job, yeah, you don't need a I wouldn't even suggest you go to a salon.
Okay.
A man with blonde hair. And the thing is, Windex will pull it out of your skin.
And cure acne too, right?
Yeah.
And cure acne?
It does.
Yeah. It's in a movie. It's to be true.
Just inject it. Oh, that's Lysol. So I'm excited for this. You don't need the rubber gloves or the Vaseline.
No, man, just get blue all over your body. Just be a Smurf man.
I'll be like Tobias Funke in Arrested Development. Okay.
Okay, Lucas is serious. I thought you were joking. Okay.
I thought he was doing Big Fat Greek Wedding, just like Frasley
Yeah, me
thought.
too. I'm sorry. Sorry, Lucas.
Okay.
So yes, this year it'll be a project.
Are you guys proud of me for not saying any of the inappropriate things that Tobias says as soon as Frasley brought up Tobias?
Yes, I'm very proud.
There's so many things I could have said.
There are dozens of us.
Dozens.
I think my favorite thing is his. I won't say the last name because I don't know if it's the. But I love when he's the nanny and he's like, oh, and like,
and he jumps off the stairs.
Yes. Oh, we should be telling the mother about this, shan't we? Or like his wife walks by. Hi, Tobias. Yeah, Mrs. Featherbottom.
Yo, so Barf, why don't you play Animal Crossing? What's going on?
Oh, I don't own it. Number one. Number two, I've never really played any of your Animal Crossings, your Harvest Moons, any of your like. The only one of those that I've ever played for any length of time was Stardew Valley. And I feel like I've gotten what I need out of the turnip farming and build your own area simulator.
Yeah.
I also own a copy of Minecraft, which I play about 45 minutes per year. So, like my need for that is I think somewhat satiated. Beyond that, and she's over here playing No Man's Sky. So like there's like a lot of I can just like farm rocks. Like there's a substantial amount of that in this household. Beyond that, I don't know, man. Like I haven't played a lot of WoW recently, and now that Winds of Wisdom is making it so that it's easy to level, I've decided that I don't know what I want to play in Shadowlands, so I'd best darn it have my options available to me. So I'm getting like all of my various maybes up to max, and I just because when you get focused, you just start following that path, and I don't have any time for turnips in my life right now.
It has nothing to do with turnips for me. The reason I started playing it was because so many people I know play it. And now Belschnickel started a community called Schnickel. Right. Schnickel, hashtag and ACNH. And Cardicay is in there is why I was thinking about it. It's mostly like Blizzard fan people. I'm going to say it's mostly CTR people. But he did end up putting it on.
I'm pretty sure everybody's in CTR at this point.
Yeah, he put it on Twitter and put like a hashtag on it. So there are some people who have nothing to do with Blizzard or CTR in there. But mostly it's people I know. And it's all good people. Like... So we're like trading like friend codes. And
why are you trying to get me into it then?
You're right.
Yeah,
because you're. Oh yeah.
Get it?
I got people that I know from Dark Moon Herald in here. I got like Eve is in here. Looks like Gizmo's in here now. I didn't realize that.
Gizmo!
Kong,
I gotta
Jules,
I gotta support if I'm gonna
Baggy.
do that.
Huh?
So they tried to do the Zug Gizmo thing, and I didn't give it enough vocal support, like in the bottoms of my lungs, and I kind of have to in order to mimic it.
It's Gizmo!
And I should probably lean away from the mic because I'd have to shout it.
Seraphis is in here. You see, what happens is I see people on Twitter talking about the stock market and like, oh, no, I have really bad turnip prices. And I go, yo, hey, Seraphis. I DM him, Seraphis, look, I'm going to invite you to this Discord thing, and we trade turnip prices every week. So here you go.
Hey,
he's like,
Seraphis.
hey, look at this. It's like,
These are
well,
my turnips.
and he's like, well, I mostly just play with my kids, but I'll check it out. And now he's all over this Discord channel. You know, Kara and Haban, obviously. Yeah.
Let's check it. You know, I did not have the money a while back, but I had the ability to buy a Switch, and now they're all sold out.
Now they're all sold out. Yeah, you can't get a Switch right now.
Yeah. And by the time I would get into it, then they would be like, "Oh, it's not even. It's like it's oh, that Animal Crossing, that was last year's game. Now we're all playing blah 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 blah."
Diablo
No, this
4,
is
hopefully.
strictly-
Jesus.
Oh my god. Next year, no.
Be all right with
Not
that.
next year.
I think 2022 for Diablo 4.
But
Maybe if
Diablo
we did-
Immortal?
I'd play that.
That one I think
Mobile game of the year.
we played at BlizzCon and it was playable.
Yeah, well, I mean, the area that they let us play in was playable.
That's true.
It was
Still, it was a good time.
AC for 2-3. Wow. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I got it, suddenly we would both have it, and then, you know, it would be, okay, this is all we do all day long type of situation, and that doesn't seem healthy. I know how I enter games like that. But it's not unreasonable to think I might eventually get it. But also I feel like I should finish Luigi's Mansion, and I got like the WoW thing that I'm doing right now, so.
No, dude, it's like get it now or don't get it. Like this is definitely a COVID thing.
Yeah.
Like yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
would have been a
like
popular
COVID's
game
gonna
that came
go
out.
away in a couple weeks.
I mean, yeah, okay, but this was
There's no way they're hosting BlizzCon. That's gonna get shut
no
down.
way.
That's gonna get shut down.
Way.
Yeah, I see it being virtual this year. Because did you see the outrage people had about PAX? And the beginning of September, people on Twitter had outrage about PAX. So I see it.
Listen, people are gonna light inject.
Man, if they're closing Disneyland, I'm staying home.
You looked dapper last year, so.
I mean, thank you very much for that, first of all. But secondly, I'm talking about Disney is the company that ruined copyright law so it could make more money. If they're closed, I'm staying home.
And they're losing 14 million a day, I was reading. So I mean, if they're losing, if they're willing to lose that much per day, you know it's serious.
Oh, I guess it's serious. Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Was it 2 years ago when it was like, hey, anyone who was in Anaheim during this weekend, there's a meningitis scare at Disneyland. Was it meningitis? It was something like that.
So like the salmonella on the spinach was bad, or I don't remember what it was. It was some kind of thing. If we can't go to California this year, I'm going to have so much extra vacation money squirreled away. I want to go under the ocean. That's where I want to go for vacation. I want to go to the bottom of the sea. It's going to be great. Hang out with the crabs.
I'm just going to pay off credit cards because, you know, I just put that on credit cards every year.
Yeah, I've got a wedding I'm going to next year. So
I was supposed to have a wedding this summer in Scotland.
Oh,
not doing that now. Yeah, I was pretty bummed about that. But like,
that's a bummer.
No, it's a bummer. 100% a bummer. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I had budgeted this much money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give that to American Express.
And I'm definitely glad that I got to meet all of you at BlizzCon this past year. I'm not.
Dude, this past year was great.
Yes.
it was my first time, and it was just, yeah. But yeah, I'm with Bodconi, and it'll be virtual this year, and I hope what they do is they let us stream at least some of the panels, because then that would be great.
Hey, speaking of things that are virtual, a buddy of mine has an interview with Mike Morheim being streamed live tomorrow at 1:45 Eastern.
What will they be
Nice!
talking about?
Huh?
What's Mike Morheim doing? I guess we'll find
I
out
don't
during
know.
the interview, right?
Yeah. I tweeted about it today,
He's like, oh yeah, me and Chris Metzen are getting in together on a new Transformers cartoon.
No, it's...
I'm going to put it out there. That is not impossible. The thing I just said is not a 0% chance. You ever listen to any of the Chris Metzen interviews where he goes on the Instance and just talks about Transformers for 2 hours? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think he's totally enthralled by Transformers.
I get it. Because he likes it a lot.
Oh, because he's...
No, you know what? I got it.
Because
I know what it is.
thrall.
It's the StarCraft cartoon that none of us knew we wanted until I just said it. That's what Mike Morheim is going on to talk about.
I feel like StarCraft is the StarCraft cartoon that nobody wanted.
No, because there was all of the StarCraft games, and now there's going to be... Well, Scott Johnson encourages him. Yeah, but that's what he's supposed to do. He's the host.
And Scott Johnson has a great laugh. A friend, Raz, sent me his laugh and his scream. Oh boy, I love it. He goes, ah! I'm like, Scott Johnson is such a kid at heart, and I love it.
The one thing he does not have is a poker face.
You talking about Mike Morheim?
No, I'm talking about Scott Johnson. We were hanging out in the Hilton lobby. It must have been this past year at BlizzCon. This past year? No, the year before. I don't know, something. The year before.
Yeah, because Scott wasn't here this past year.
Right, so it was the year before. And I don't know. I think I was standing there chatting with like Silver and Jules and a couple of other people from like our circles. And Scott comes walking over. And he's there for like 3 minutes just chit-chatting with us, and he was like, yeah, all right, well, I don't know, I'm hosting the Q&A tomorrow, and it should be a lot of fun. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if like Chris Metzen showed up or something? Anyway, see ya. And then he leaves. Like, did he just... He's joking, right? That's not really what's going to happen.
So you went, and you were there.
If you watch that question and then see him walking away, you can see it's really easy to spot her because she's in the Murloc outfit. We were close. We were front and center.
Scott Johnson's
we breathed the air that he was
while
near.
Playing Resident Evil.
Oh he goes.
I heard a mashup. It is amazing. Scott Johnson. He's amazing.
I need Frasley, I need you to link that to me. No one in chat is allowed to link it because we have that turned off because we had Nazi in chat before and we had to turn it off.
Oh.
Yeah, they love hanging out in podcast land. I don't know why.
Yeah. Nazis just don't have better things to do, apparently.
It's like they don't have boundaries.
No, I don't trust Fraz's links.
I'm putting it in Discord, but this is a different.
I want to see Scott Johnson screaming while playing Resident Evil.
Oh, that's the audio that I have.
Oh, this is an audio?
That's what I have.
You can definitely post this in the chat.
Okay. Just don't repeat. He says I know. I love it. I love it.
Okay, I got about 20 seconds in and I couldn't. It's funny. It's worth it.
Yes.
Yes. I would love to see that as a video. Oh, TMS mashups. Yes. Is it inappropriate to make a joke? Probably, if we say that we love everyone, but realistically, DesMephisto, you should go ahead and do it. You can watch his Twitch stream. You're right. The VOD, yes, totally. But this mashup, it's like Yahtzee.
Okay, this is incredible. So the morning stream. So Frog Pants has a Patreon. The morning stream is an incredible thing. I don't know how they do it every single morning. Well, there's now some. Well, TMS Mashup has a Patreon for doing what they do, which is really cool. I'm just amazed at what a cool community that they've created. That there's people that are mashing up a rewind of the thing that happened during the day. I'm like, that's incredible.
TMS Mashups has a Patreon?
Yeah.
Yes, look, it does.
I'm like, that is cool. That Scott Johnson is able to make money for what he needs to do, but he's helping somebody else make money, helping other people enjoy content that Scott Johnson does. I'm like, it's just like the levels of hierarchy are amazing. I love it. I want somebody one day to mash up all the stuff that I do. I mean, not I can, but it'd just be cool that if it gave people joy and stuff like that.
I do like the mashups they play. I definitely do. I haven't been listening to podcasts because I don't walk around. I got 15 feet of space to walk. So,
I go on just a 15-minute walk, and that's been it recently.
I do have my.
If you put that on your head, it would look like no more down, but kind of like it almost like a hat,
with the ribbons. These are ribbons, by the way.
Oh
no, they're not.
You guys remember the old room, right? The previous set with all the Bowser plushies and stuff on the walls.
Yes.
I just roboted.
Yes.
As
a set, it was better. Yeah.
My CTR sword is hanging on the wall down there. And I just went to the refrigerator, which is right next to the stairs that go down into that room, to acquire a beverage, and the sword is currently glowing.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And I don't have an explanation for that.
When the weather on an April 27th happens, and if the precipitation in the sky is exactly 86%, and as long as the satellite of the ISS is over the sky at a point nocturnal 35 degrees, that's when the sword will glow.
Or the battery's dying.
The battery's dying, so it turned itself on from off?
Listen, I can't. It's kind of like the fire detector, the smoke detector. When it starts just beeping randomly, it's because the battery's dying.
That's right.
I've been selected as the next leader of CTR. Okay, great. So today is the day I G quit. It's been lovely to be a guildmate of everybody's. I hope to see you in an LFR at some point. Have yourselves a lovely time, and I'll see you at BlizzCon in a couple of years. Goodbye forever.
What are you drinking?
Mostly Coke.
I could not be drinking Coke at this time of night.
Oh, I don't believe in caffeine.
It believes in me. I enjoy caffeine in the mornings, but I have a hard 3 o'clock stop. Hard stop at 3.
I get tired at the same time at night, regardless of what I do. I'm blessed in that way.
Well, I will be taking an Ambien. Oh, I should have already taken my Ambien.
Especially if I'm drinking spicy Coke.
Have you uploaded the thing to the thing?
Of course.
Of course you have. Okay. It is. I used to be immune to caffeine. I'm glad it's over.
My first coffee in the morning gets me there. All of the rest of the coffees I drink throughout the rest of the day, I drink them because they taste good and because they make my eyes burn. I don't know why that happens, but it does. And then I drink soda in the evenings when I mix it with my mixers.
I really hope there's not anything wrong with my $150 camera.
I'm sure that it has a setting that's set to automatic at some point.
Why has this never happened before?
I don't know.
So.
But if you're feeling a mite orange and you're worried about standing out from a crowd in a way that is too orange, allow me to become more orange so that we can stand together in solidarity. There we go.
There you go. Maybe it's because I messed it up with this light today. I mean, it's not on now, but maybe I need to unplug it and plug it back in. Maybe I need to wash up and go to bed. Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be lovely.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. This has been fun.
Yes.
DesMephisto, again, thank you. Yeah, I'm usually in bed by now.
I am too, sometimes.
I get up at 7:30 to check my email and stuff, and to do the day's cooking and things like that. I used to go to the coffee shop before to work, but then I come right back and sit in this chair.
But now instead I boil my leeks.
I saute them in butter or oyster sauce.
You have to baste them and then let them rest.
I'll tell you how the roasting goes, because I'll also be roasting beets.
They're nature's candy, don't you know?
Beets?
Yes. Anybody?
No.
I thought that was beans. Beans. The more
No,
you
they're the
eat,
magical fruit.
The magical fruit.
The more you eat, the more you.
Anybody in chat? Beets are nature's candy, don't you know? Anybody?
Don't you know? That sounds.
I have heard about beets. Don't. Yeah.
No? Okay. Nickelodeon's Doug.
That's right. Bluffington.
Yes, in Bluffington. That's right. Voiced by Billy West.
Yeah. Itchy nose, can't touch your nose.
Oh, shove your finger straight up in there. That'll solve a problem. That's what I do.
No. Also, I've been having the red coming out of my nose quickly problem today for some reason.
By 3 they run. You know what I'm saying? It's the joke you made earlier. I was bringing it back.
I said by 3 they come.
Yeah, but
you said run because
it's a nose.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's
run the nose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
Because I know it was not the reference you were going for, but
proud of you, Frez. I'm proud of you. You just reached in there, you dug deep, and you found it.
Oh, absolutely. Because otherwise, that pun was just boogering my mind and all that.
Oh. Okay, bye. I love everybody. It's a sticky situation.
It was lovely to have seen you chat.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
Thank you, Des. You're a wonderful interview, and he does have a nose for this. This kid with his puns over here, man. He's got the jokes. All right.
I never promised that they're good, but I try.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh, I have something for that.
Keep firing, assholes!
All right, bye, everybody.